the rain. So
No, I
it
don't
just
like.
gets under
I
the
don't
rain.
like the rain, but I get caught up with the rain.
You
Yeah,
get caught up in the rain.
every time I get to Pinsville, I encounter the rain. When I'm leaving from Caldwell, I get to town. I board a car to come to Pinsville. I just get caught up with the
Okay,
rain.
the rain loves you anyway, no problem, and it's good.
Yes, so this is how I would like to start the show this evening with trending issues. But firstly, I want you to tell our guests, I want you to tell the public who do we have for today as our prime guest.
Okay, so this evening we will be talking to the representative of District Number 3 in Grand Jita County, Representative Alex Chesia Grant
Exactly.
is our guest this evening. You know, he's a representative and vying for the senatorial seat in
That
Grand
makes it
Jita
beautiful.
County.
That
So,
makes it beautiful. Yes.
we'll be hearing from him. What are his chances, to win the elections in Grand Jita County? We know that there is an incumbent senator who's also, running to
retain.
yeah, to retain his position. So we'll be hearing from the lawmaker, his chances. What has he done in the county? What does he think is going to make him win that seat come October 10th? So if you're there in Grand Jita and you're watching this evening or you were listening to ELBC, it's your time. And especially if you are in District Number 3, we will be hosting your representative this evening.
Alex Chester Grant. So, what's trending from your template? What's going on today?
Okay, so I like to make this one that is first and last. We know that we should hear from Capitol Hill today because the Minister of Public Works and her deputies were summoned on Capitol Hill. You remember last week they were asked to come on today to show cause why they shouldn't be held in contempt for lying to that August body. They were there today, but to talk more about that, we will hear the outcome of today's section from our reporter Samson David. David is not in studio now, but we will have him on the line shortly. But let's talk about all the other things and then we'll talk to Samson David later. So what is trending again is that the NPA boss, Madam Cecilia Coffey Brown, has resigned, and she has resigned to run as a running mate to one Robert Morris. And so that's what's trending this evening in Liberia. Hopefully, early next week, we will play host to her. Want to know from Madam Coffey Brown why she resigned her post to run as a running mate or go as a running mate to Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris served at the that's the airport. Yeah, he's been an administrator there, I think, since 2010, and so she's been also at the port and now at the National Port Authority, and she's tendering her resignation as far as we know, and she's running to as independent candidates. I'm told, that the new election law now is about to, we're hearing, book a lot of people, because the law says that if you as a party, if your party ran, and let me use a CDC for example, if CDC ran in the last elections and they didn't get 2% of all the votes counted, then CDC should not contest in 2 elections. So we had all sort of
political parties. I just like that word when you say pa.
So they didn't, some of them 0.0% and this and that and blah blah blah. And what we're watching now is that some of them even forgot. I'm sure they forgot, and some people have already registered in the name of those parties. So we're looking up to the National Elections Commission. We see whether they are going to hold these people, because all we know, the law is the law. But as far as it stands, from my readings, I think that's why they're going independent. They said they're not going with any party. They're independent candidates and they have the right to do that. So she's going to run alongside Mr. Morris, and we will have a hopefully early next week, to talk about, her chances and their chances to run this country.
Exactly.
What's trending on your end?
So today, it's been a very difficult time at the House, the Senate. With I think you talked about that already.
Yeah, so we'll talk to Samson David.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, besides, the former Nigerian president is in the country, and he's having his tour, talking about, the outcome of the elections and ECOWAS participation in the elections as well. And he's also encouraging, right? He's encouraging Liberians to be steadfast and to observe the tenets of democracy, to ensure that peace and stability is everything that we can ever long for. So he's also encouraging Liberia as a country to avoid, plunging the country into violence. So I think he's doing quite pretty well by making sure that the young population are educated about the issue of electoral violence. Goodluck Jonathan is meeting with government people, opposition people, those participating, civil society organizations, and all of that, and making sure that the message of non-violence elections is being propagated, extensively. So these are
I think
things.
It's about the issues. If they talk about the issues that surround us as a country, that border us as a country, it has to be issues driven, campaign instead of personal attacks.
Exactly.
If you have an issue and you think somebody hasn't done something well and you think you can do it better, it's about telling the electorates what you can do instead of what others do to attack other people. And that is how we engage in violence. And that's a good thing that at least now it's early engagements from the West African Elders Forum. That's a good news.
Exactly.
We also know that the government has provided additional 526,000 United States dollars to kick off the rehabilitation project or the process. The at-risk youth issue is becoming a problem now. It seems even more it's political. It's even more political than ever before. Most times politicians will always use these kind of things in as much as the government is doing all it can to make sure that at-risk youth are taken off the streets. The opposition now uses this as a means of getting to power, and they will not kind of look at whatever efforts the government is making to make sure that these people are off the streets. We are told that there are 42 service providers already, and we are also told that there is the steering committee is going to meet because of this money. Now they're going to meet and then they're going to decide what to do. If we talk about service providers, we're talking about those people who are
helping exactly. I was also a bit concerned, to land my thought on the issue of the at-risk. When this thing, the president launched the project in last year, some part of June or something. June. Yes, June. So this thing was heavily politicized. And, particularly a lot of people have got no time to sit and do what we call critical thinking. Now, when a government inaugurates or institutes a particular project, it does not take effect effectively. Now, there are cycles, there are things that the government has got to work around.
Modalities.
Exactly. So when the government introduced the project, it went viral from a political perspective. And everybody just thought that, all of the Zocos should disappear from the street just right away. And it doesn't work that way. If we are doing something at this studio, we plan it, we announce it, we plan it, we work towards it. And exactly this is what the government is certainly trying to do, because the issue with at-risk youth, getting them out of the street is a serious difficult process. to feed them, maintain them, make sure that you provide budgetary allotment, make sure that you maintain, make sure that you confine them, make sure that you provide, nutritional stuff for them, make sure that you rehabilitate them. These things come with a lot of constraints. So if you are not, prepared, if you are not, willing, and you have not met that decision to ensure that you take good care of these people, it just puts you in the opposite, the opposite reflection, wherein the people say, yeah, but we told you that the government were not ready for the outbreak something here. They just announced that thing, and they just let it go. They're not going to do anything. But ALC, the children, and they can't take care of them. So that project is by sequence, step by step, one at a time.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
No.
A mighty ocean is just a little drop that makes a mighty ocean.
Exactly.
But again, it's all political because we're in political seasons, and anything that the opposition can grab on to run with, so that people favor them, is what they're going to do. But again, it's sad because the same opposition, people who are running now and wanting to take power, have been in power 12 years ago, and we saw what Liberia looked like, despite all of the international support. The Zogos were all over the place. They were hunting people down. They had, they were running behind people. They were on motorbikes. They were jacking phones. They were jacking bags from women, and it was the same thing. And they had the opportunity, they had the resources to make sure that something was done. And if they had started what this government is starting now, we would have been far ahead. But they didn't do that. That wasn't their priority. And they have come back to say, you know what, look at the people in the street. Yes, excuse me, I see the people in the streets. What did you do 12 years ago to get these people out of the street? Were you to have started something 12 years ago, these people would have been a far, far way ahead of their game, and they will be somewhere better.
So the criticism seems to be, nonsensical, right, by the opposition. The reason I said that it is nonsensical, because like you said, Titi, and I want to re-emphasize, wearing their Zocos in the street in 2005, 26, 27, 28, all up till 2017, there were Zocos in the streets. What was the previous government's, concentration to having these people leave the streets? How did they
were not important. They
exactly.
were not, the focus of the government at the time.
I think when the government has, resuscitate and re-strategize to talk about removing these people from the street, I think, just part of the political difference, or, the political, different ideology, I think you should eulogize this perspective of the government. You should be able to offend the government. Let's agree. Opposition position in this country is just about to criticize almost everything the government does, whether it is in the interest of the people or it is in the interest of the government, or whatever interest it seems to be. The opposition will certainly criticize it with no regrets.
Okay, so that's their job anyway.
Taking these people out of the street should be something that we should acknowledge the effort of the government.
All of us
exactly.
All of us should do something about it, because like I said when we had the first edition of this show, this should not be political. It is all of us problem, because one way or the other, whether or not you don't have a child in the street, you have a relative in the street, and if that relative is gone wayward, it is incumbent upon you to make sure, if you are in position, to make sure that something happens for that person to get better. Because if that person doesn't get better, they, one way or the other, you're going to encounter them. They are attached to you. So it's not a political issue. But again, in Liberia, everything is political.
But even if you don't have a relative in the street, or you don't have a child in the street, but you are affected by one of them.
Of course, because when you get out there
exactly.
and they attack you, they're not going to think about anything. They believe that
exactly.
they too belong. So if they too belong, they must get what they need. They can't die and see somebody with money or bag or whatever.
No.
So they will attack you.
So this is an endeavor. This is a corporate endeavor by the government to reduce the multiplicity of these people in the street. So I think we should place some commendation on the effort of the government. We should acknowledge this step by the government, and all Liberians should be able to do that. If one of these Zocos leave the streets today, he or she becomes, a treasurer to the Liberian society. That person could transform to being a nurse, to being a doctor, to being somebody very important that can positively contribute to the infrastructure, human resource capacity development of the country. So I think this aspect of the government's agenda should be eulogized.
I totally agree with you, Mr. Wiese. And so
Today you stop this thing. You
so there's the live broadcast. Somebody said, "Oh my God, I so love how Washington speaks," and I was just
somebody said that.
Yeah, somebody said that. Can you imagine that? Somebody said that. They said this boy knows books.
No.
I was wow, that's good. That's a commendation for you. But it's serious issue, and we must always talk about that. But let's go back to Samson David, our reporter on Capitol Hill, who is already on the line. Samson, you have to move away from the noise for me, please, so that I can be able to get you clearly. Samson, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Am I okay now?
Yeah, a little better. So, tell us, today in plenary, the Liberian Senate, the Public Works Minister and her deputies appeared today in plenary. That's the plenary of the Liberian Senate, to show cause why they shouldn't be held in contempt for lying under oath. You were there. What was the outcome of today's section?
Well, obviously, let me say good evening to everybody. So what's an interesting thing today, especially the appearance of the Public Works Ministry authorities and that of LRA, PPCC, and that of the National Vote Fund. But basically, the focus was on the Ministry of Public Works authorities, especially based on their presentation on that issue that they reportedly died on a oath. So today, when they appeared, there was several other research done by the Senate, which of course were appointed by the Senate Chair on Internal Affairs, Maryland County Senator Bethel Brown, who spoke on behalf of the police. And the minister and the rest of the authorities from the Ministry of Public Works, they appeared along with the legal counsel as the or ordered by the Liberian Senate to do. And so based on that, their appearance today, Senator Bethel Brown took the stage to respond with some of the issues that is done on the basis of violation of Section 8, Section 8B of the budget law, which states that the Ministry of Public Works shall submit road design certification, the BOQ, that is the bid appointment, the CSC, that is the Senate Committee on Public Accounts, before the start of the contract. According to Senator Bethel Brown, also the research of the Senate, 2022, the Ministry of Public Works approved $12 million contract without submitting any contract, any certification to the Senate. In 2023, they also approved the $137 million contract without submitting any document to the Liberian Senate.
What did they do about that when that was not done? Because the Public Works should be submitting those documents. What did the senators do?
Well, following the explanation of Senator Bethel Brown, the Minister of Public Works stood, and she said, she actually apologized on behalf of the entire Kingdom Ground that her presentation last week Thursday. Last week Tuesday did not meet the expectations of the senator, and she decided to go further, but she was called to order on the basis that this was a consent hearing. So the lawyer asked for time to study the Senate case or the Senate what it calls for, especially their case. The Liberian Senate provided them 2 hours, that is from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, at which time they reappeared and called for time, additional 2 weeks to look into the matter, and respond to the Senate inquiry. On the basis of that, the Senate rejected on ground that the closure of the Senate is a public record, and they are expected to close 2 weeks from now, so there won't be inspection. So on the basis of that, according to the Senator's inspection today, that was impacted, that result was impacted because there won't be inspection. So they rejected that. So at the end of the day, they gave them for now to see if they reappear along with a lawyer This is, according to the senator, this is in line with Article 44 of the Liberian Constitution, which calls for due diligence, which calls for due process. That is, due process should be done. Appear with a lawyer, give them the full court, and after that, if the presentation of the ministry of the Minister of Public Works, if the presentation of the Minister of Public Works did not meet what we call for the action, Senate will take action. So I would think the minister was discharged and they gone back their structure to submit all of the documents that they requested for contracts, the contractors on Monday. On Tuesday there will be a hearing.
They want more documents there. Look, Samson, let me ask you. You're covering the Senate, and for me, I want to put it straight. The senators are saying that the Ministry of Public Works should have, made reports to them since 2021, 2022, and they didn't do that. I'm asking you, why did the senators not, confront these people when they fail to live up to, their part of the bargaining or what they should be doing as a ministry?
Mm-hmm.
It's something. There was a person, actually, the committee chair, the Senate committee chair on Public Works, Senator Snow said, they have been doing everything possible in their own weak way as a committee of the Senate. But the ministry has not been, cooperating in sense about.
How many years now the ministry has not been cooperating? They didn't call these people to book. Is it a certain kind of grandstanding or what? Because if you have the public works minister who should be making reports to you and she's not doing it, you didn't call her until 4 months to elections. You're calling her now. And I listened to Senator Blebo Brown, who talked about the minister of public works was the one who went there and said to him or said to the Liberian Senate that the people who they were giving money to, the contractors, were not living up to their part of the agreement, and that was as a result of that they called her to bring all of the documents and all of those contractors. So were she not to do that, they wouldn't have known that, the roads are in deplorable conditions, and these people who are getting money from the government to make sure that they make those roads pliable, they're not doing it.
Well, this is why the Senate committee chair, Senator Snow, says she has not been cooperating with the committee, but they have written on several occasions and she has not been able to lay available no contract. So
what did they do? How many times since you've been in section you've heard that they've written the Ministry of Public Works and she has refused? They were sending one of the assistant ministers to jail last week, and that decision was aborted. When were you in section and they said that, the public works minister she should be doing this and she's not doing that, and we're calling her to book because that's their oversight responsibility, mind you.
So this is why the senator says it is a complete obstructions of their function on grounds that she's not been cooperating with the committee.
What did they do? She has not been cooperating. Did they do anything? Is it 3 months to elections, 4 months to elections? Now that they want us to know that they're doing something, let's call a spade a spade.
Well, it's not for me to say.
Okay, I understand. You're covering the Senate. You don't want them to hold you in contempt anyway.
For what I've been following, she has been written on several occasions as a latest by the Senate Committee Chair, Senator Snow of Bomi County.
Okay.
She has not been cooperating on several occasions. So
she didn't have the time to speak anyway. So anything they said, the news will carry that. Thank you very much, Samson David. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. I know we don't have much time to, take calls. We'll just take few calls, but it is what it is.
Let's just talk about this for a couple of minutes.
Just,
maybe
1 minute, 1 minute, because we don't have much time.
So you see, I listen very carefully to Samson. You see, you ask him a very, tactical question. Look, Titi, let me be honest with, this, the senators, those people elected to do the Liberian people job, they must come to the office with honesty and what we call dexterity.
Hello.
They must be. No, we want to. So can you imagine, Titi? if Senator Snow is telling the Liberian people that they have written the public work minister to cooperate and make sure that she provides documents about the road projects in the country, how they're managing with contacting,
who they're giving contracts to,
who they're giving contracts to.
And these people, it's her duty to do that. If she's not doing it, you have not called her.
You have no oversight responsibility.
So this is mind-boggling. They should be blamed also for not.
They are not performing their responsibilities. They can just leave it on the public works minister. They are senators.
Form of grandstanding.
They must be able to do the people's job. If the public work minister is not doing the job effectively, the senators must be able to execute that.
Since 2021,
2022, 2023, they must be ashamed of themselves.
Hello to our very first caller.
Hello. So can we announce the number?
Good morning.
No, this is not good morning. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Please go ahead. You're live, sir.
Call your name and go ahead. No time.
Yes. This is Leader Soiree. Yes, I'm on the line. I'm a Yuba Soiree, District 13 representative aspirant.
Okay.
So I called to see in regards to the ongoing discussions. According to, what we are gathering, or from what I'm sensing, I think there's a little bit of sentiment that is being attached to the conversation. This issue of when did it realize, I don't think we should be asking these questions.
So why shouldn't we ask now?
It is never too late to do what is right. If they are not done it before and they see it necessary to do it now, they should do it.
Nobody is saying that they shouldn't do it now. We should also question them because they have oversight responsibility. Mr. Soiree, you want to go to the House of Representatives or the Liberian Senate. I think you are an aspirant. Do you think you are sitting on this radio this evening and saying because they're doing it now, it's not a bad thing? So you go to the legislature, and you have an oversight responsibility. You will not perform it. And when you want people to re-elect you is when you grandstand and say that this is my job and I'm doing it now. And you think it's fair to the Liberian people, right?
This is where the sentiment comes from your end.
How?
Then the sentiment also comes from your end.
Listen to your correspondent. He said the senators have argued that they have written communications.
Why didn't they call her to book? They have the right to do that as they have done now. So why didn't they do it, sir?
Because they are procedures.
I disagree with you, sir. I totally disagree with you.
It's your right to disagree. It's your right to disagree. I respect that right to disagree. But the fact that the senators said they have written her on several occasions, and now they are inviting her to come and justify some of the claims brought against her.
So my point is, if you have written her on several occasions, it shouldn't take you 2 years to invite her. Do you agree with me on that?
Well, I don't want to say what
so, Mr. Soiree.
Okay,
Mr. Soiree, just a quick question. Just hold on. So these are the kind of quality of leadership
that's how
you take into the House of Representatives.
If you want to carry it like that, fine.
But I'm trying to rationalize what you're saying.
Look at what you're saying.
Okay, the audience are wise people.
Okay, we are not wise.
It's never too late to do what is right.
And even though I totally agree with you, but I'm saying I agree with you. It's never too late to do what is right, but the time we're taking to do the right thing will cause us some problems. And that is the problem it has caused us now. Because we're there to have done their job ever since 1 year ago, we wouldn't be where we are today. Thank you so much, sir. Let's talk to this caller.
Hello. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, go ahead. What's your name?
30 seconds, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Today, good evening to the Conscious Librarian.
30 seconds, please.
My name is Abraham Political Mojositu, and I call from the most talk about Babuba Avenue this evening. when the Senate realized, I think lawmakers have three cardinal responsibility: lawmaking, direct representation, and oversight. I listened to one of the aspirants, Mr. Suarez. I think our lawmaker, they play a game to elaborate, but we will not be that into that game.
Okay.
Only minister, one person who do extremely well under the regime. You cannot work for, and we give you 6 minutes. You did not call a government official to hold them to board exercise your oversight responsibility. 2 months into election, now you say exercise your oversight responsibility. They must be joking.
Thank you.
We will vote against those who are that deserve.
Thank you, Abraham. Thank you.
We're totally out of time, and we need to go to our guest, who is already waiting for us. Okay, our guest has gone off again. So if he comes back on, then we will.
Yeah, I keep taking calls. Welcome. Good evening.
Good evening, Titi. Let me say good evening to our co-host. This is Bobby Abu Meska. I joined a discussion this evening today from SC Corporate District. I really appreciate you guys this evening for the topic of discussion. But you set the basis. And listen, these lawmakers who are in the halls of parliament that we expected them, voted them on the only. These guys needed to put the control on that get to the car, start getting the problem where means this 2021, you are not going to give money. Then now we are going to push elections that they want to prove themselves that they working in the interest of the library. No, we are not naive as a library. We know who we're talking in the House of Parliament. We know who are in the interest of the people. So all the people who want to push the interest for a country right now, the crossing out and no way in a country. They want to play with the people's minds.
Thank you, sir. Welcome. What's your name?
The door closed.
The door already closed. Just leave it.
Let's go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, you're live.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I want to say thank you very much. You know, the opposition just see, they were in the Senate, that they just see that they use like people to come to power. Let me say that there. Like, people mind, already they never want to put the race more power for stay here to be free. Since they want to go, even when they want to say that they know actually they want to go in the hot. The one way to get in the hot will add the Jesus. Yes, I want to know because they're not coming, the why he asking that he wake up to law. We already know that they're not. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's leave it at that now and go to our guest. We're not taking calls anymore on trending issues. Our guest is already ready to answer our questions. Representative Alex Chesia Grant, thank you so much for joining us this evening on Open Conversation. How are you? Representative Grant, I think you've muted yourself.
You can put him on there. No, there. Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Representative Grant?
Honorable Grant, we're talking to you. I think you're muted. I think he has a very,
terrible network.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Let's oh my goodness. Oh, he's gone off again. Let's take
from the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together at home. They say you're not there, we stand, if I there, we fight. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Voila, you forget that. You from Lova County, you from Maryland. Voila, you from Rewa Sessu. I'm a bad way on your river, I walk on the fine way. Tabila, Cliwako, I love Liberia, oh yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah. I was raised in the slum, but I chill with my guns. Kept it on the low, but we fall from the bone. True son of the sun, I'm a prince in my own. Never gonna lie, me, I love LIB. Even though it's far, when we show we can face it. It's not a prophecy, I know that we can rise again. Holding my hand, I hold in your own. United we stand, divided we fall. So that's what I say when I can't with ball. When I chill on that side, and I get no bro. I got L to the O to the V and the E. If we fighting together, we can conquer this team. From the east to the west, then waving the flag from the north to the side. Yeah, that's joining the team. You go where you pella, you love my crown. Who kill it? Who got shown up? I love Liberia. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I love Liberia. Ooh, yeah, yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Mama was born, yeah. Papa was born, yeah. They hold us together, the honey boy, yeah. Nabali kena koya bake na papa kubo. Nabali kena koya bake na papa kubo. Nabali kola kowe na papa kubo. Nabali kola kowe na papa kubo. La biro waka poma o. La biro waka ma o. Balanda anwa waka ma o. Anwa waka ma o. Anwa from the east to the west, north to the south, yeah, let's come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Walla, you from Grenada, you from Lova Kante, you from Maryland. Walla, you from Rewa Sesu. I'm a bad dad, we own young people. I'm up on the coin, La Villa, Kriwako. I love Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Ooh yeah yeah. Master Square on the mix.
Welcome back to Open Conversation on ELBC Radio. The network seems to be very, very bad, and so we'll do it via mobile phone this evening. Representative Grant, welcome to Open Conversation.
Hello.
Representative Grant, welcome to Open Conversation.
Thank you so much. It's glad to be with you.
How are you? How is Grand Jita District number 3?
Thank you firstly for bringing me on. I've been trying to see if I could be seeing on the screen, and then it's proving to be very difficult. The weather is over friendly. The reception is not too excellent.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, let's get out what we can get out and move on.
Great.
District 3, Grand Jita County is good. It's quiet because it has a peaceful representative who always is fighting and struggling to engender peace and then keep it stable as much as possible.
Okay, great. Great to hear that. Representative Grant, you've been, this is your second term at the National Legislature and second term lawmaker in District number 3, am I right? In Grand Jita?
You're very right.
Okay, good. So
during my second term and then being petitioned by the people of District 3 to expand the kind of performance that we have exercised over the years to the entire Grand Jita County.
Oh, okay. So it's the people of District number 3 in Grand Jita who have petitioned you to contest as senator to represent the whole of Grand Jita, right?
very well and well received by the people of District 2 and 3. Or District 2 and 1.
District 2 and 1.
Over 1 million.
Okay, yeah. Great. Sounds good. Since you've been at the legislature, it's almost 12 years now. You've been there representing district number 3. Before I come to your senatorial bid, I want to talk about district number 3. Tell us, how did you meet district number 3, and how is it today, for which, the people there have decided to petition you to run as senator?
Well, I met District 3 devastated in the post-war situation. And as a result of our interaction with the people, interacting with the community, and interacting with the international organizations that were immediately there after the war. And we launched this operation, Restore District 3 from the rebels of war. In fact, the district was like 75% covered with thatch houses.
Okay.
Yeah, thatch houses. But I can tell you now, we've done extensive well. We distributed over 4,000 bundles of corrugated iron sheets in our district. And those of our old people, some of them who lost their sons and daughters in the war, and we're just like living to say, let me wait until God calls me home. And we're living on a thatched roof. Many of them, based on the work we have done from the United Nations Service in the immediate past war conflict situation, we supported a lot of them. Even in the first time, the district was, like I said, devastated. And the second time, when they saw our performance the first time, they said, there's nothing equipped.
Oh, God.
We didn't get you. They said there was nothing what? You were breaking in. You were coming in broken. You said when they saw what you were doing.
Were you trying to interrupt?
No, you were coming in broken. You said when they saw what you were doing, they said what?
Yes. And I've done that in 2 terms. And they said it was sufficient to send me to the Senate.
Okay.
So that I expand a lot of the good things that we've done in our district throughout the country.
Okay. And you said...
And we've been doing that. As the case is today, if you get a friend in Granger, if you talk to 3 persons, just 3 persons, random picking, if don't care, all 3 will be pro Vision 2023, which is support to Representative Alex Chester Grant for the Senate. If someone is going to slip out, you get 1 person out of 5 that will oppose and will grant ascendancy to the Senate.
Okay.
I didn't just go to Granger County. When the first day of the war ended, I was in Nigeria. They were we could as refugees. The little education we were able to get, we got it. We came back and went to and started teaching. We reactivated education in Granger County. So if you find out, some of our students today are master's degree holders. Some of them are teachers in the various classrooms, and they've seen the kind of performance we've been carrying on even before we came into the House of Representatives, the legislature. A lot was accomplished. It will be because of the accomplishment that they said we think you can make a better representative. And then we came to the House again. We hit the ground running because, we had several interactions prior to your excellency to the director position at LBS. And based on the performance, we were given a second term. And the outstanding performance at the legislature, we think that we deserve the Senate so that we can calm and quiet down some of the noises in the county. And because of the kind of development or mindset that we have, they felt, they're feeling that it's better for us to serve at the level of the Senate.
Have you been certificated by the National Elections Commission to contest as a senator?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Painlessly, I obtained my certificate.
Okay, if you pay the money, you will just be certificated, right? Okay, so let me ask you, Senator Marshall Dennis, you're up against Senator Marshall Dennis in the county. Why do you want to? I know I heard you say that the people of district number 3, 2, and 1 petitioned you to run as senator. But the people of Grange, they have a senator currently, who I know it's your friend. But even if people petition you to run, you must be convinced that, yeah, I know my people have said I should run, but I am convinced that, I can make a difference because this person who is serving in this position has not done much. So what is it, when it comes to Senator Marshall Dennis, that you think he's not doing that you want to do, for which you are running to unseat him?
Oh, thank you. I am not unseating him. He's still in this year, so I'm not unseating him.
He's running for a second term, right?
No, if he's going for second term, it is a choice. But as far as we are aware, as January, second Monday in January 2024, he's not going to continue work from there. So this is declared vacant. If it were vacant, we will not be having elections. So I'm not cutting his term short. His term is ending. And if he thinks he has worked tirelessly or he works seriously, he should be celebrating. And I am leaving a seat based on the request of my people and moving forward. I mean, it's not a tactics position. You have a term of office. When a term expires, doesn't mean someone is taking him from there. If he's strong, well, he could retain it. But for now, the two have withdrawn their credibility in his performance, and I think they've seen.
Why do you think they've done that? Why do you think they've withdrawn? That.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. It is not about whether he didn't perform or he didn't perform. The performance is graded at the elections. I mean, on the elections day. So if he thinks he has work, he has nothing to panic over. If I too don't, deserve it, well, then of course it's up to me. So this is a context of ideas, the context of competencies. It's a context of performance. So it's not like you go up against it. I'm not going against it. I'm going for the vacant seat that should be declared on 10 October. If it is not vacant, he can perform. If it is vacant, I'm definitely going to take it. From the look of things, I'm cushioned. If I have started removing some of my things from the House of Representatives.
Obviously, you do that because you're not contesting for that seat anymore.
No, definitely. I've started to remove some of my personal properties from there. I don't want to come after the elections. And then
you're not coming back there either. You're not coming back there either.
No,
because
I'm definitely going to be there until January.
Of course, like he is going to also do, right? But obviously, after January, you know that.
I mean, not to stress myself, because definitely I'm not going to occupy that seat after January. I'm crossing the aisle. I'm going across the aisle. So, I should be thinking and looking at some of the experiences that are there and seeing how we can improve. Probably offices, some of them going to vacate for moving to a decent office.
Easier said than done. Anyway, you have a question?
Yeah, I will have a question for the representative. Representative, good evening and welcome.
Thank you so much. Good to hear you. I think it's my first time interacting with you.
Exactly, sir, and it's mine first time. But a quick question, Representative.
I'm sure you are as calm and polite as your partner.
Yeah, that's why we appear now.
Okay, so the repair don't work, but go ahead.
Okay, sir. Now, you talk about the devastation of the district prior to being the representative of district number 3. Now, Representative Alex Chester Grant, you talk about your improvement in district number 3. I want you to catalog. I want you to state some of your engagements, the many contributions you've taken to district number 3 that you think has qualified you to run for the Senate.
Okay. You want me to quantify them?
Exactly, sir.
Numerous developments. Support to churches, support to construction of schools, support to clinics in the district. All the 22 clinics and 2 hospitals around the country. Go to them now, you find out that they are all equipped with modern satellite dish equipment. Because before you go to the clinic those days, you had to sit down there and then it became loser. And some people don't even enjoy waiting in the clinic and hospital for long without some entertainment. All of the clinics in Nigeria County, now you find that president, direct sport television, and DSTVs. In all of the clinics, no one is left out. All right? If we go into the district I represent, I constructed major market buildings. I constructed town hall, community halls, with various places. We provide support to education prior to this teacher. President, we are declaring wire fees payment. We were paying wire fees. Even today, when they go for the wire, we still provide loans and support for students who are not taking a wire. Okay, we also currently, as we are speaking, I am running an in-service teacher training program in Seneca. It's been there for the past 8 months. We are training the teachers who are in the classroom, continuous education as we are talking. Currently, it's ongoing. So, we've been engaging all of districts outside of our district. If we went to Zedru, there were some dilapidated streets. And we're able to rehabilitate those streets in Zedru. Every pieces of evidence are there. Look, we know that no one can build Grangia more than Grangians. And with that mindset that we came into the legislature with, our medical resources that we got, I'm now on the budget committee to see how we can put money in budget, because there's committee, the 12 years I spent there, I was saying one of the favorites of the past speakers to probably be on the budget committee. Okay? So, cases of finding ways to increase the budget was difficult. All right?
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, the meager resources that we were having on our own, we were able to use them to transform the society we represent in the legislature.
So you were using your personal money to do that?
A lot of it, yes.
So, okay. Let me do a follow-up to that question.
I wanted to do a follow-up, but do you go ahead?
Okay, so I hear you talk about, most of the things you've done in district number 3, but what are the pressing needs or the present areas of needs now in Grangida County you think you're going to tackle were you to win the senatorial seat?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Okay, you're running to be senator. You were just one district representative. You're running to be senator. What are the areas of need, pressing needs of the people of Grangida that you are willing to tackle? You see that, at the Liberian Senate, you can do this as a senator for your people. What are the areas of need for the Grangidans?
Grangida has a lot of needs. In fact, I just listed a few. But basically, we need to increase access farm to market roads. Okay? And that's why we were able to mobilize under my supervision as chair of the caucus. President and secretary were able to work through our country and social development fund, acquire some moving equipment to open some roads in the county to encourage our people. I focused my development agenda on 3 pillars. And the 3 pillars that I focused my development agenda on are leading the fight against ignorance, poverty, and disease. All right?
Ignorance, poverty,
so, yes,
disease.
Ignorance, poverty, and disease. And to deal with the aspect of ignorance, we work together, collaboratively with my other colleagues. We support school, we support education. To the extent that we have, today we celebrate that we have Grangida County University College. It is as a result of our efforts. It's an active component of the fight against ignorance. Then on the aspect of poverty, we encourage our people to go into productive like agriculture. And you find that many Grangians are planting cocoa. To the extent that the hand work have attracted some people who are experts in cocoa production in West Africa.
What are they doing with them? What are they doing? I'd like to hear more about that.
They are planting cocoa extensively. Now, I know cocoa is the economic base of Ivory Coast. Cocoa is the economic base of Ghana. So they're selling our Ghana cocoa bowl, and gradually we are approaching that.
Are your people exporting cocoa now?
We will be exporting. Right now, we are still in the production stage.
Okay.
And we will be the production stage. The farms are generating. The farms.
How soon is that expected to happen? You think?
Okay, production actually is going to expand. I mean, really, it's not going to be at the apex in 2025, but by 2025, I'm sure Grenada will be able to export up to 200,000 metric tons of cocoa.
What are your plans for security? We know that Burkinabe in your county are a problem to your people.
Concern, and we are not just leaving it idle. Those things that have the potential or tendency to create insecurity will be dealt with. Like the issue of land that people are competing now. I am working along with the land authority to ensure that our people get their land deeds. If you have your land deed, of course nobody's going to rob you of your property. Okay? Look, if America gets sick and they have DV year in, year out for people to go, all they need to do is support laws in the place that will protect their people.
But you've been there for 12 years now. What has happened as a result of that? What has been your own advocacy?
You know. The first thing I focus on expansion of justice into the interior part. Apart bills creating at least 4 additional magisterial courts so that people don't take law into their hands. I mean, the records are there. You are not a stranger to me.
The people who are listening are strangers to you, so they want to hear that.
I mean, yes, that's good. And that's why you are stimulating me to talk more. So now what we're doing, and then the chairman of the land authority is so very much cooperative in that direction, is to ensure to the extent, even our president, we have visited Grand Jury in 2021, in February, he announced it in total.
Representative Grant.
Nobody is taking your land. All you do, if you had an agreement with these people and you are not satisfied, go back and renegotiate the agreement. But nobody is going to take your land.
That's a good one.
These people are working. These people are working to make Nigeria productive, to make Liberia productive, and then increase the economic income of this country. So if I hear people talking, Burkinabe for me, and listen to them, because I deal with immigration matters, not only limited right to Liberia.
But you support the Burkinabe, right? You support their presence in your county, right?
I support their presence in my country. I got no regret saying that, because I know ultimately our country is going to be productive. It's going to be money based. It's going to be the cash capital of Liberia in a short possible time.
Okay. I didn't know that though. Anyway, but let me ask you, why is it? What is the status of the police station that was broken down or burned? I think it's in 2000 and what? Is it
2021?
Okay, yeah. What's the status of that police station?
It's still down. It's still down.
Why?
The cement contribution that people made, cash contribution that Central Bank and other people made. Some of our fellow lawmakers take those things and personalize their uses.
Who are those? What?
Who are those?
Who are those lawmakers who did that?
Only one lawmaker I know.
Who?
Happened to be Senator Dennis. He received a gift from Semenco, 1,000 bags of cement, which is yet to be accounted for.
Did he receive it from Semenco?
Well, yes. Delegation came on Grand Jury. They went there and they said the cement had been taken.
So what did the caucus do about that? Or what has the caucus done about that?
The first thing now, as I'm just a member, the caucus chair has been able to, I don't know if you are ever confronted him, but this is one of the issues in the county of contention now. People are demanding the senator to produce a bag of 1,000 bags of cement. He's not being able to give it. He has given a 10,000 which to the group that he said he never trusted, for which he kept it for almost 2 years. Well, the police station is still lying idle.
So he gave it to a group. What is the group doing with the 10,000?
If the government is not able to achieve it, when we take over in January as the rescue team, we're going to take over and then we'll construct our radio station.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Representative Grant, let's get to let's leave Granjida now and get to the body politics of our country. I hear you say a part of the rescue team. I know that you were with LPDP and you were a part of the Coalition for Democratic Change. What happened?
You'll get to know it better. We'll get to 2024. I'll take time to you to explain it. I don't want to get into that now.
Are you still with the CDC?
No. I am GDA Rescue 1.
You're what?
GDA Rescue 1. And refer to me henceforth like that.
GDA Rescue 1.
Perfect.
So you've joined the Unity Party?
I've joined the rescue team.
Okay. Why have you joined? Why have you left the CDC?
That's a story for another day. It's not 1 hour talk. It's not 2 hour talk.
Really? Okay. So what has Boaka done to warrant the support of the people of Granjide?
Boaka, I think he's a man with qualities and competencies that we need to accept now, that what we need to explore now. Let the CDC wait for a while. Maybe they can come back around 2030 something.
Many of your colleagues in the legislature, including Senator Zoe Manuel Peno, are supporting President Weah because they see no substance in Joseph Yuman Boaka after 45 years of public service.
Do you think that they don't see substance in?
Don't you think that you're leaning on the losing side?
Today,
Present.
I am just telling you, wait for know who's on the losing side.
What do you think? Are you going to? Is it that the people who support you are the ones we know that Granjida has over the years, time without number, has supported. The records are there. They've supported the CDC.
Granjida always supported President Weah, but not CDC as the.
Okay.
In 2017, I was the only one who won on CDC seat.
They have always supported President Weah, as you said. They have always supported President Weah. Why do you think now they're going to join you? What has why has it changed?
That was loyalty, but right now there's a musician that says, "At first I was blind, but now I can see. Blessed be the name of the Lord." That was then.
You're a good singer, right? And I appreciate you for that. So what is it that, the CDC or President Weah hasn't done for Granjide that they want to switch their support to the rescue team?
I'm not going to provide that guidance right now. It's late. Let him check himself what he has done that he thinks he deserves Granjidean support. Because anything I say now they want to come up quickly, I'm not going to tell them.
Really? But Representative Grant, you call yourself GDA 1, right?
GDA Rescue 1.
GDA Rescue 1, and you can't say to us on this platform why you think.
I don't need to make an announcement now because they might want to make correction. Just wait.
What? Honorable Grant? What corrections? It's like you're not able to convince your people to vote for Joseph Yuman Boaka in Granjide County because you are also convinced that he hasn't done anything in that county, and there's nothing to hold, to convince the people. But tell me now, what has he done in your county when he served?
I don't need to share that with you. Don't worry. If your strategy is not face, the opponent will collect it.
Representative Grant.
Present.
I think you're not being fair to us.
I think you're not being fair to me too.
Okay, so let me ask you this quick question, Representative. I've learned that you left the CDC because you refused to go into a primary with anybody. How true is that?
I refuse to go to primary.
Yeah.
Better be the name of the law.
Do you think you've answered my question?
I feel strongly that I answered the question.
Representative Grant, are you convinced that providing DSTV and installing DSTV for your people is going to make them not vote for this president who they have voted for, times without number?
Okay. Maybe you think Nigerians are just programmed to live elusive life.
What does that mean?
Exactly what I'm saying.
But you have.
If you are done well, if you got no fear, you should not even go to the campaign. No, vote for it.
So you going to?
Well, you need to waste the time to campaign. You should not go there. President will vote for him.
You think Ambassador Boaka is going to be convinced hearing you say that, CDC, let them sit down, they shouldn't go to campaign, they will win, when you cannot say what, the rescue mission. What is the
rescue mission? As a mission.
What is that mission? What is it?
So I think they don't tell to go and execute their plans.
So how are you going to execute your plans if you don't say to the people of Grangida County?
Representative.
I will meet them.
Representative Grant. Representative.
Well, I'm going to meet them. I'm not going to expose our strategy to anybody in public right now. Just watch the game.
Representative Grant,
those games that kept me, those games, those tricks, political tricks that kept me in office for these years, we will use them.
Are you happy that Grangida is getting a brand new hospital?
Brand new hospital from GTs there, you mean, right?
Whoever it comes from, are you excited about that?
Of course, I'm excited about it, and I've been thanking GTs there for that. The German people, the German government is so merciful because they know we've been left in the shadows. So if they didn't come to our help or they didn't come to our aid, who could have done it?
So the German people just left from Germany and came to Grangida and started building the hospital, right?
They were in Grangida before even elections were held. They've been there since the end of the war.
So why didn't they build it? Okay, so why? Okay, so why didn't they? Okay.
They built roads, they opened up roads, they built bridges from farm to market roads. Several, they've been doing it even before 2005. So
why didn't they build a hospital when your rescuer was in power for 12 years?
Similarly, I should be asking you, why were you with ELBC all of the time you were a journalist?
I was still working as a journalist. I didn't have to be with ELBC.
That's what I'm saying. They have always been working, except that they have their programs arranged in a way of implementation.
So who do they work with?
They work with Liberians for Liberia. And the German government is supporting
Representative Grant.
I want to hold you.
I'm holding on that. That's
the work with who? Liberia?
With Liberians for Liberia.
How does that happen? You've been in the NGO sector. How does
not only the NGO sector, I also work in the United Nations.
Thank God you've worked, with the UN. So how does
what is required from the government is protection, physical protection.
Now we're getting there.
Money and they manage their own money.
So who do they go to for protection to do whatever they have with their money?
Government. This is something diplomatic, it's universal.
So why are you making it?
It depends. Even if anybody who are being president, they could do it. It could be me being president tomorrow. They would still support the government. So it's not special thing. No particular president brought them here. They saw the development need and they came. So if you were fortunate to be there, doesn't mean you brought them. They've been existing before you came.
Wow, they've been existing before you came, but the people of Grangida had the need for a hospital like that. They never had it under Joseph Yuman Boaka, and you don't give the credit to the president now because you've joined the rescue team.
They were going to build it anyway.
They were going to build it.
Several clinics they built around the country. Even in Grangida, several clinics they built. And when they built several clinics, they saw the need for referral hospital.
And so who gave them
money?
Oh, they saw the need. They just decided that, there was a need for a referral hospital.
All they asked for is, Grangida, can you give us some parcel of land? And the local authority provided the land. And that land was provided in 2010. So they come here to want to glorify one group of people. That be unfair to the Germans.
Who takes the glory for that? This government doesn't take the glory for that.
If you want, anyway, the government wants things to identify achievements. If they want it, they can take it.
So what did the rescue mission do in Grenjide 12 years ago that you can point to for which?
We'll point to what we can point at.
But tell me now, that's why you're on the show, Honorable.
We'll point out what we can point out when the time comes. Don't worry.
But Representative Chester Grant, please, sir.
You know what a rescue team is?
Representative, are you getting me, sir?
I'm trying to get you.
Okay, thank you. We are certainly not having a kind of a translucent conversation here this evening, Representative. But anyway, a quick question. You spoke about.
I am an agent of this government that want to extract information so you correct your mistakes.
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm asking you. Are you an agent of this government to extract information from me so that you correct your mistakes?
What kind of information we have extracted from you? I am working.
What you are trying to
You're not giving us any.
You're not giving us information, Representative.
I'm not giving you on purpose.
You should be the one that.
But this is a platform. It's an open platform provided to you, Representative, to articulate.
That's part of the weapons of my instruction. We're going to call to remove CDC from office.
Okay, it seems that you are very bitter because you were not put forth as a candidate in the primaries of the CDC, right? Because all of you seem very bitter with the CDC because you're not running on that party.
I know who plays for justice.
Yeah, but you are fighting for justice in the CDC.
Yeah, CDC. Maybe it doesn't have a very good coach to identify good players, and that's why you may have surplus players, and you even know which player to pull and fee at the end of the day. You pull, you see Charlie in there, they beat your team, then you start regretting.
Okay, this thing the way I'm understanding you. It looks like you feel that you are fit for the position. You've done your own work in Grenjide County. The people are going to vote for you, and you're not going to even campaign against the CDC because you have not given us any tangible, nothing that your rescue team has done that will convince the people. And so you're going to Grenjide and tell them, I am going on the rescue team because I'm bitter with the CDC, but whoever you vote for president, that's fine, right?
Is that what you think?
That's what I'm assuming because I'm not getting anything from you.
A good thing is it's an assumption because I know if I am for rescue mission, I will accomplish my mission. The rescue team trust me and they know my capacity.
But you don't even seem, convincingly, this evening that you can even rescue your team or your team, can get votes in Grenjide County. And I really thought that we would hear from you how you would do that because we know that CDC has won, or if you like, let me put it your way. President George Weah has always won Grenjide County. And you don't have anything convincing to tell your people, but to tell them to just vote for you because of the work you have done as a lawmaker and not to support Ambassador Joseph Yumambwaka because you know that the people of Grenjide are not going to do that. They're not going to listen to you.
Okay. That's what you think.
Representative Grant, don't you think this is a massive political deception that you are trying to... Don't you think, Representative, are you getting me, sir?
I'm not really getting you.
Don't you think this is a massive political deception that you, Representative Chester Grant, are trying to exercise in Grenjide County when you did not support the rescue mission for all of your 12 years of representative position at the lower house? And within a couple of months, you think that you can sway the political decision of the people of District 3, the people of District 1, and the rest of the other districts in Grenjide County to vote for you, who did not support and you did not believe in the ideology of Joseph Boyka for all of those years. And you think within a twinkle of an eye, you can just cajole the people and take them onto the rescue team. Do you think they really believe you and have political credibility in you?
That should not be a worry. That should be the worry of the rescue team. They trust me. They know my competency. They know my capability. They trust me. They know when I get there, the situation will change. Right now, just from mere pronouncement that Honorable Graham moved to I returned to Unity Party. Go and see what the country looks like. I'm not gonna
What does it look like?
What does it look like?
What does it look like, Honorable?
I told you, Titi. If I'm saying it, you say, oh, he's being political, he's a politician. That's not speaking that one. Do your background check. Today you are connected with a lot of Nigerians.
What does the county look like now after your pronouncement, sir?
I told you to help you better understand what it is. Just from my number one move, the position I made. Just call and say exclusively Nigerians should call. Then you will know what I'm talking about.
I did that. I didn't hear anybody say they're going to support Joseph Yuma Boakai. Yeah, I didn't hear people tell me that they're going to support Joseph Yuma Boakai. What? Okay, let me ask you this question before I go to the lines. What are you going to rescue in Grenjide?
What I'm going to rescue?
What is the rescue team going to rescue in Grenjide?
Just watch us.
Okay. Yeah, let me ask you one quick question. Representative Ellie Chester Grant, this last question before we go to the lines. Representative, what is your three cardinal responsibility as a representative before I go into my question?
Okay, lawmaking, representation, and oversight.
Okay, thank you. Representative, I heard you say you made some developments, infrastructure, education. You use your own money to send people to school. You use your own money to build institutions, health facilities, and all of that. Do you think you should be doing that? Is that part of your responsibilities?
Passionately, I should be doing that. Passionately, I should be doing that to help my people. How much can I alone eat? How much can I alone achieve? If I don't build the society, if I don't get people and I'm out of the stage, who follows me? Who leads the community? So I'm doing it passionately. I have to expose some people to the ever-changing world. If I see something that is not good and I have something I think I should assist, I should be doing that.
Do you think
it's political self-glorification?
Yeah. Do you think, and that brings me to another question before we go to the lines. I hear you say, how much can I alone eat? Mm-hmm. Why do you people make all the money you make if you think that the money is just too much?
Because we need to help the people.
So why don't you use the money? Why don't you reduce your pay and then help the people with that money? Use that money to build.
We've been doing that. Does that mean if I even say, okay, put the money in Ministry of Health? I mean,
if you did that, you would not be. You think it would be wrong?
We've done that. It still doesn't prevent me.
You want to do it yourself, Representative?
I know where you're leading, so I'm conscious of it.
Okay.
It's just that, and I know my conscience tells me if I get.
Why you people don't put a lot of money in the budget? You put it in your own budget, the 10,000, and you're taking and distributing the people for self-glorification.
Maybe you are not reading a budget, and you probably don't understand the economy, how it works. So definitely you will think that way. And I'm not blaming you for thinking that way.
Brent, please hold the line. We'll come back to you. Let's hear from the people who are listening to this conversation, and then we will bring you in for your, concluding comments.
So go ahead. I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm now writing. I told you I'm driving. You have to re-echo the questions to me and let you one at a time, because if you bust them up as I'm driving, I may not be. I'm using the phone, using one hand to drive, which of course you're putting me at risk, but I managed to go.
Representative, why a driver?
That's a good question. Okay. I like that. Where is the
driver?
Go home. My driver has to go home.
You should not be driving yourself.
Which door are you quoting?
You should have a driver, Representative.
Yes, I have a driver, but he's employed for 8 hours. So which law that?
So you want us to employ him for 24 hours? You want the government to employ him for 24 hours?
But that's why I'm not molesting him. That's why I'm not forcing him.
Okay, can you please park? We don't want to put the lawmaker in harm's way. Can you please park?
It's wrong for you to be on the phone driving.
I should continue to infringe on the man's rights.
Can you please park? And you're a lawmaker, so you shouldn't be doing that. So you will not be asking us whether we want you to do that. Okay. But can you please park, and then we continue, because there are people. We have to give the people a chance to interact with their lawmaker.
Go ahead. I'll be doing it slowly and carefully.
Okay, good.
It's still not safe for you, though.
That's okay. That's
the number is very
08051 514-096 is the number to call, and you will be live on open conversation and speak with the representative of
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, what's your name and where you call from?
I'm Julian Sterling calling from Nigeria County.
Go ahead from Grangeted.
Yes, thank you very much. Hello?
You're live.
You are live.
Go ahead.
There. So I'm calling from the land.
We're hearing you. You don't have to listen to yourself
listen to
before,
yourself.
you don't have to listen to yourself to want to be on the radio. Move away from the radio. We want to hear from people in Grangeda County. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
What's your
Welcome.
name?
My name is Paco calling from the Country.
Go ahead.
I want to ask Representative Grant. On the 22nd of this month, there will be a groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the roof from Tapeta to Sultan. Will he be there? Is it a good thing for the government of Liberia, headed by President Weir? Or how does he look at it?
Okay, good question. Let's hear from another person. Hello?
Can you read that question?
I'm writing the question, Representative.
Huh?
I'm writing the questions, Representative.
Okay, right. The question. Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Sir, please go ahead. You got 30 minutes. 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Emmanuel to calling from Grangeda.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to ask the honorable man. According to a statement, it says the issue of the police station, some lawmakers eat the money or they use the senior for their personal use. Which lawmaker and when did the lawmaker use the senior for their personal use?
He called the lawmaker. Senator Marshall Dennis.
Marshall Dennis.
Hello.
How you doing, Mama?
Good, sir.
Okay. This is G. Sabaki. I'm calling you from Monrovia here.
Yes, yeah, you, sir.
Okay. I want to say many thanks to our representative. Since he's there tonight, I want to inform the Liberian people and Grangeda. Will he talk about Joseph Boaka in Grangeda and what he gets to even secure or rescue Grangeda? Number one. Number two, let him inform us today about his 6th degree business that running all over here by land, University of Liberia to expel him. And if he continue to expel him, that means he lies on the oath. Is that true?
Okay. Let's hear this other person. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Tell us your name and where you're joining us from. You got 30 seconds.
Kumar Samoga, calling from Grangeda.
Oh, you're calling from Representative Grant's district. Let's hear you.
Yeah. All I've been saying about the development, everything is true. So from now, anywhere we have to go, we will follow you as the Grangeda. Thank you.
Great. Thank you also. Let's hear from this caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Please go ahead. You got 30 seconds.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Julius Sterling calling from Boston. I call first for another one through correct.
You're true now. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to thank the honorable man along with you people. I want to ask you, because one of the issue in Grangeda, will we be able to take on a worker to Kuyabu district, or which you don't able to go? Or will he be able to explain the relation after those issues to worker, or to come with the grade secondly to explain it? If you let me better explain the 12 years you have shared us in the city, what are some of the development you have carried on in the town?
Okay, thank you. He will respond to your questions. Hello.
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 Yeah, hello. I'm Emmanuel Batuna, and I call from Bloville, and from station number 3, PI Administrative District, and also Backtown to be specific. Honorable Chester Grant kill the people. And with Chester Grant, we don't be selected about CDC because he killed the people. CDC now looking for people who have been there for the citizen.
Okay.
For the past 6 years. So if you like it, go to rest Hewa, rest what, level him.
Okay.
But we are resolved. We don't want him without him. Sense. Our result, not a penny. For transformer for us. We have been behind this guy, this honorable man, to come at least so that we can get current banter and behind. It cannot be fruitful on his administration.
Right. Okay, let's hear this other caller. Hello. Good evening, sir.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah, let me say thank you for extended conversation you're having with the honorable man. Somebody that can expose himself, do not know the man in person, but when hearing about him, people are saying a lot of negative things about him, and he's very popular tonight. There is nothing that honorable man is supposed to tell the Nigerians to convince them to go the way he's going. So he has nothing to say. All the questions he's asking me is just giving you flat. He's not answering.
Okay.
He's not answering. So such a man will not be able to convince you to do anything. It was so good that he did not go on the CCTV for this kind of position. Because he's not able to face the friend to even debate the issue. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Also, let's hear this caller. Good evening.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me say thank you to the honorable members of Chester Grant, and let me appreciate to co-host. This is very Abu Meska. I joined the discussion from District 6 for applicable. Honorable members of Chester Grant, thank you very much. Let me appreciate you for your working in the country. You are doing extremely well. You are doing extremely well. We will love it around you. Hello.
You better
Leave Bobby because he's going to excuse us. Go ahead, Bobby.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Thank you. We will love it around for Chester Grant to make sure it goes at the level of the Senate. Because he is on the left trajectory. That we were advocating for in quantity. When I was there, let me acknowledge the fact you have made a weapon decision, and that decision will live with the family floor. Thank you so much for choosing the best decision ever in your entire life.
You satisfied now, Abu? Thank you.
Satisfied. Okay, thank you. Go with the satisfaction to know.
Let's hear this caller. Hello. That person is off the line. 0880-514-096 is the number to call. Let's hear this person. Hello. Wilson, bring your hold on.
Calling from district number 3. I want to ask the honorable man, in town, what are those tangible developments in carry on? In which in build a parallel of since the first year up to now, you haven't seen it yet.
You're from Grand Jude?
I'm from Grand Jude.
What part of Grand Jude are you from?
From district number 3.
Okay, so where did he build the Palava hut? Where in
the town? He built the Palava.
What is his town?
Up to now, since
what is the name?
What is the name of the town?
Port Town.
Okay, Port Town. Thank you.
You haven't seen it with the Palava hut yet.
Okay, he will respond to that. Honorable Gwen, we take 3 more callers and then we come to you. Hello. Hello. Good evening, sir.
My name is Sarah. I want to tell Honorable Gwen, thank you for the right decision you made. You now going to win as a great honorable. My short to win all the TCD to win at the
you have to be very respectful to our guests. We will not allow you to just use any kind of, word on our guests. So you have to be respectful.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
You're alive,
how you doing? How you doing, man? This is Peter K.
Let's hear you, sir.
Sir.
I'm calling from District 8.
Which district?
County.
Great. Let's hear you.
Yes. I want for that for Representative Grant to please tell us more about the Burkina bees that he continue to be here in Grand County.
Oh, he's the one bringing them?
Yes, he agreed.
Why?
He said that he is not in front of them because they are our equal citizens.
Oh, okay.
And as we speak, he gave more of about 50 Burkinabe on his farm. And this got registration. That man brought almost, you see, a town, a small town like this. We got about 800 registered there. Where they came from? That's also Burkinabe. Even all the registration, how the credit, they get their name, all the things from there. We get some evidences in our phone all today. Why are you doing that to us? Why the Burkinabe come in 1.5 years, madam? We have almost 8,000 in there right now. They tell people social confusion. Social confusion.
Okay, you're from District 3.
Social confusion.
Okay, you answer you.
Our people that they beating our people right now.
They fighting? Your people lazy.
People making all over in the forest.
Okay,
in the forest.
Okay, let's leave you at that. Gwen will respond. Let's take the very last caller. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, my name is Ebenezer. Are you to me now?
No, after this caller, we'll come to you. Ebenezer, let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to thank you this evening for the show. One of the discussions, rather. Yeah, for me, I want to differ with the honorable man.
Okay.
Because all the questions you have been asking the honorable man is not able to answer people so in a sense that to say that the man is not an intellectualist. And when the man saying that he definitely all the passport in Benjamin, why do you feel so good with the family with honorable panel? Thank you.
Well, honorable panel, I think you're getting the mix up there. We're not going to take calls anymore. We leave it at that. We'll come back to you, guys. Let Honorable Grant respond to some of your comments this evening, and then we will come back to you. We still got some time. Honorable Grant,
are you there?
Yeah.
You ready now?
It's your turn.
Yep.
So can I read the questions to you, sir?
Well, Grant was listening in the radio.
Oh, you're listening?
So
no,
on the
I
radio.
didn't get the question. I didn't get it. I was on the video, but I didn't get the question. They were very faint.
Okay,
so
sir.
Yes, sir.
Just answer them quickly. Are you aware of the influx of Burkina bees in Jide, and there's an allegation that you are the one bringing them to vote for you in the elections? What do you say to that?
That is triviality. If the people were there, sometimes when people challenging our security, I can get bad for it. Because immigrations were present all through the registration process. Immigration and police were all supplied. So where did I put them? You go to my town, you not see one book going to be registered there. Like I told you, I did not have it from you. It does that coming. If they came to our people want them, and they came to them, fine. No Burkina and Liberia is incomplete. Police or study provisions of the contract, or you all agree on a contract.
How do you help them as a lawmaker in that?
No, I don't have them. I don't have Burkina.
No, how do you help your people who, are bringing these?
Listen, what I did in December of 2020, I led a team of lawyers, immigration, police to graduate and brought people to all the communities along the borderline. 33 of them. And we had 3 days workshop with them in town. In City, yes.
Workshop for what?
And it was sponsored by Tata Center.
What was the intent of that workshop?
The intent was to expose people to the knowledge of bringing out into the violation. Even within the Equal region, there are laws.
What is the violation? What's the violation there?
If you are bringing people to Liberia, you have to inform the procedure in hosting strangers. If people came to you and they don't have, and you have brought them, you are fined $1,000. All our trainings were held in the district, all to create awareness I have the right to create awareness for them, provide the information for them, but equally I cannot prevent any Liberians from inviting anybody to themselves here in Liberia.
So is it your people who are inviting those Burkinabe and complaining that the people should go back?
Listen. It is a handful of people that are complaining.
Okay. It's a handful of people complaining.
Yeah, a handful of people. When it started in 2014, 13-14, I was on radio almost every time telling people that these people should not come illegally into Liberia. If they want to come to Liberia, they should pass through the border police. And even if they came to Liberia and they are doing business, their transactions should be much more in Liberia. Like those are even selling cocoa. We are advising them, you cannot send your cocoa across the border when it's not registered. We need to boost our economic activities.
For those people now who are coming to Liberia and making farms, the people are also afraid.
Right now, many of them are resident permit holders. They are resident permit holders, even who want permit and all.
But the permit holders, right? They're resident permit holders. Sorry, Honorable, let me hold you there a little bit. But in 5, 6, 7 years from now, if they have properties here, they're not going anywhere.
So you want them to go back?
You don't want
to go to America and residing there, right? And they are happy.
So
even ship today, they brought 15 lower ships. Most government officials say, well, you want to go to America, but you don't want your fellow African to come to you. Is that what you're pushing?
So
is that a philosophy you want to push?
It's not me. It's your people. It's not me. Your people are complaining that, these people are taking their land.
There are laws. Take the people to the law. Liberia is a country of law.
Okay.
If you have issues, go to the law. I cannot take the law in my hand. If these people came across the border and they have laissez-passer, they have passports, government gives them resident permit, government gives them work permit. Who am I?
They got passports.
Out of this state?
They got passports.
Well, if they don't have that, this is immigration. The representative, I'm not going to perform immigration function. I hope you understand that. All I can push among them is live peacefully in harmony.
All right.
With the people. If you brought people, if people came to you, if they don't want them, there are towns in Grand Chile that don't have Burkinabes. They said they don't want them, and the town is united. And if you will not go there, but people go and bring people and say, I want you to work for me. So when these people come to work, because I'm working and earning income, I should prevent others from earning income.
Do you have Burkinabes working for you on your farm? Your personal farm?
I contracted Liberians and they work on my cocoa plantation.
Okay.
If I'm really looking for them, if I can find people for contracts, because I'm not going to deal with the land, I'll be glad to get it. Even for as far as Niger, Nigeria, whoever I can get.
All of the people you got in Grange, they're not capable of working. You got to go look to Niger and Burkina Faso for people.
I hope they are ready to work for me.
You hope? So
yeah,
the same people you are.
The people you want to lead.
Yeah, the people who you're sending to you, you're carrying to the rescue team. Mm-hmm. You're hoping that they're going to be ready to work for you.
Of course, they themselves working for themselves. The shortage of labor.
Really? But then the government is really doing well. That's why there's shortage of labor, though.
The shortage of labor. The people are working on their own plantations. I hope government will be able to supply them with farming tools. I hope government will be able to supply.
That's why you are at the legislature. You should make sure that the Ministry of Agriculture does that. That's your oversight responsibility, Honorable.
It's a place of number.
Yeah, you should be able. Your lobbyistic power should be very powerful. You should lobby well.
And that's how I've been doing just that. And that's how I'm succeeding.
You're succeeding. Then that shouldn't be a problem, though.
But
because you're saying, I hope.
Because when I came to office, people were ready to work. But right now, everybody is conscious. I told you, my fight is to fight poverty, ignorance, and disease.
And you are able to achieve that under this government.
And you're doing it alone.
Not under this government. You know when I came to office?
You see how we...
Representative Grant, listen to the second question.
Let him read the second question.
This is the most struggling time I've ever had in the legislature.
You've never said that until now.
Until now, yeah. That's total deception to your people. You have never said that until now. Until when you left the CEC.
Yeah. So that every time you be crying in the street,
Wow. So
Representative Grant, that's
for 12
deception.
years, you didn't cry until 3 months of elections, right?
No. See,
Representative Grant, please listen to your next question, sir.
difficult years in the legislature for me.
Representative Grant, please listen to your next question. Do you have?
The Nigerian private that says you uses the hair to bring the bonus and not this piece of it.
Are you listening to? Are you listening to your next question, sir?
Yeah, come with the second question.
What says thou with this issue of degree fraudulence?
What?
What do you say? The Liberian people are.
Is there a qualification for being a lawmaker? That is the politically imputed characterization. Politically imputed characterization. That's how they feel. You don't know the trail of lies they've been telling against.
Oh, Honorable Grant has gone off the line this evening. And I'm sure if he calls back, we're gonna take him. But we still got some more time, and we're gonna open up the lines again.
And
if
take few
you
calls.
have any, some of you who did not have an opportunity, he's calling back. So let's take him again. Honorable Grant. I think he's gone off. He's gone off again. If he calls back, we're gonna take him. And 0880-514-096 is the number to call. You listen to Representative Alex Chesia Grant, who has left the CDC and gone to
the rescue mission.
According to him, he's called
GDF Rescue 1.
He hasn't been able to tell us what rescue mission he's on in Grand Jide County, how he's going to rescue Grand Jide County. He said that the hospital that is being built, you didn't ask him about the road.
The questions are here.
Anyway, if he calls back, let's take this caller.
Yeah, how you doing, madam?
Good,
sir.
Yeah. I just call again to repeat my question to Representative Greg. We the graduate, we're saying that the whole country is accusing graduate of breaking a representative that lies on an oath. He lies on an oath.
What is the lie he told?
He didn't have the degree. They say he has the degree.
The man is asking you whether that is. He's saying to you.
The degree for Ibadan. The degree for
take him off. Okay, thank you.
Oh, Honorable, I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay.
Maybe it's the network. He's asking. He said you lied.
You lied on an oath.
That you.
On an oath?
Yeah.
Who put me on an oath to lie?
I was trying to ask him that question when you started talking.
Who put me on an oath to lie?
So, Representative, do you have a degree from Carrington and UL?
No, I have not obtained the degrees. I'm going back to school after my elections. I don't carry two things at the same time. Of course, I am a student there.
You're a student where?
I am not.
Okay, so you haven't told anybody that you've obtained a degree from Cottington or University of Liberia? Okay.
No one must have discussed that.
Okay.
I don't know who put me on an oath to say that. So, sometimes when we are discussing important national issues, people try to bring in triviality and their own construct. So, how does that reflect to what we are saying? How does that help with or qualify or disqualify me under the law for not contesting for position?
Can you read the third question?
When the soothsayers and naysayers are coming into these things, you're supposed to regulate certain questions. Because what is not ready?
It's good now that you've cleared
It's good like you've cleared the air, sir.
Somebody asked that question.
Yeah.
But how do we regulate that?
We don't know. We don't know. And people have said that you said that, but you're saying now that you haven't said that and you haven't seen it.
And you haven't obtained a degree. So the question helps you too, sir.
Yeah, sure.
And so at least let's abolish the issue of regulation.
The journalists should be experts in doing that. Go ahead.
But you just greeted us that.
Sorry, argument. Go ahead.
Everything gets you probably, yeah. So
Let's go ahead.
listen to your.
Entertaining when we are doing this.
No problem. So listen to your third question, sir.
Yeah.
A caller is asking, will you take Boaka to Konabu district And what will you talk about alpha donor, the issue of alpha donor?
Well, I'm going to tell them alpha donor got missing in Grand Julia County. We don't know the cause of he getting missing. And I'm going to go to Konobo. If I'm spending 3 nights in Konobo in July.
With Honorable Boakai? Are you carrying Joseph Yimo Boakai with you?
I'm going with the rescue team. Whoever composes the rescue team will go.
Are you taking Ambassador Boakai with you?
Definitely.
I hope you're not betraying Joseph Boakai because of your, because all your kinsmen, including Senator Pinner, are supporting the president.
You can be more careless than the Pope.
When we on the United Party ticket.
But you're not emphatic. You're not telling us, okay, we're going to Konobo with Joseph Yuman Boakai. What are you going to tell them when you get there?
I told you, you think you're going to share that information from me. When I'm disclosing our secret, just leave it.
You seem not to have any information, Honorable.
No problem. I don't have information.
Okay. Your fourth question. You seem to be very entertaining tonight. Anyway, we'll bet that. We'll bet that.
You know that you know me well. We'll do. Go ahead.
So one of the callers asked the question, there'll be a groundbreaking from Tapata to Toast-Town. What's your view on that?
I'm not going to be part of that triviality. No, I'm not going to put myself into anything that is intense or has the characteristic of making fun out of Grangian.
How?
I'll never attend that program.
How is it going to make fun of Grangian?
I'm never going to attend that program.
You're not going to attend it, but how is it going to make fun of Grangians? Is what I'm asking.
Okay. When I reach a Grangian country, I will say it.
What?
Honorable Grant. Yeah, we're not.
Honorable Grant, you don't seem to have anything to offer the rescue team, or
you're just.
I think Joseph Yimon Boakai is really disappointed in you, don't you think so?
No problem. I'm a squatter.
You're what?
I'm a squatter.
You're a squatter?
Maybe. What do you think?
No, you are running in Grand Julia County. You've done your own work in Grand Julia County, but you're not capable of giving Grand Julia to the rescue team. It's just out of frustration you've done the rescue team, but to deliver Grand Julia because
what's the result?
What result?
CDC had never come below 85% support. This one, you will know the difference.
What will be the difference? Let's hear it.
You will see it. I want you to see it. I'm not going to predict it.
No, you're not confident that you can do that. Last night we listened to the superintendent of Lofa County, and he says it's a 50-50 fight in Lofa County because of the work that he believes. Honorable Grant, you will come in. Yeah. Yeah, but at least. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
He said something because of the work he has done.
Don't distract us with this with the executive being on radio.
Okay.
I'm speaking as a lawmaker.
You who are the lawmaker who the people voted for, you are not in a position to say to them that because I have joined the rescue mission, I'm going to deliver 50% of Grand Julian to the rescue team.
I'm not in a position to discuss our strategy until at the appointed time.
It's like you've already failed Joseph Yimon Boakai.
No problem.
That should be a problem.
For you?
For your team. For your rescue team.
The rescue
team is comfortable with me.
Anyway, the team is going nowhere, right? When it comes to Grand Julia.
It's up to you.
The team seems to be going nowhere when it comes to the votes from Grand Julia County.
That's why you say.
And you can't say on radio emphatically that
Representative Grant,
you're going to deliver Grand Julia.
Please, can you read
Representative Grant, how many percent you going to give Joe Boakai in Grand Julia County?
Is that a question from the public?
Now, one of the questions.
From you. So many questions. Don't worry. If CDC thinks to get Grand Julia County, they will see the results.
Free talk? It's just talk.
I can show you no one on CDC ticket is going to win any of the elections in Grand Julia.
No one on CDC.
But then tell her how much you're going to win with now.
What's it?
Okay.
All right.
The questions.
The next question. Representative Grant, someone wants to know what are your tangibles in Paulstown?
So important. I heard somebody think I build models, right?
Yeah, you build.
Yeah, but you tell us the Tony Boss.
They say you build a Palava hut.
I didn't even build the Palava. I didn't build for myself. Now when I go push B, it's acting brakes, that brakes. All right. Then I will build something for the town. The town hall I build, city hall inside. I build important cost up to $32,000.
Is it finished?
It's completed. Yeah.
Okay.
It's being utilized. I Honorable Gongo, when he was there, when we had our annual convention, I always said that I didn't want to build it, though. I even supplied chairs. 50. Yeah, the second supply was 50. The first supply was about 40 plastic chairs. None of these are light duties, the heavy duties.
Okay.
Today are well concrete. 40 by 30.
Wow. Okay, Honorable Grant, we running out of time now. Let's come back to you to give us your parting comments.
In the town hall, in the town of Honorable Dennis, I built it.
Oh, you built town hall in Senator Marshall Dennis town? Why?
Yes.
Because you had senatorial ambition.
Of course. When you were still a senator.
Okay. That's good. So let's hear your parting comments, Honorable.
Is that all the questions?
Yeah, that's what we.
Or you didn't read recommendations from people?
No.
That's prejudice. Okay.
But then, I thought you said you were not listening.
You prejudice those ones, but no problem. I hope to come at the appropriate time at ELBC and unveil some of the strategies in the post-election era. Then you will know. Because I don't want to expose them now so that we don't counteract our strategy on the field.
Okay.
As you know, I'm a strategic thinker, and we will do the best we can to install the rescue team in January of 2024. But going into the future, I'd like to tell people that Vision 2023, expanding hope in Grand Julius County, is possible and is very much achievable. We've done extensively well.
Okay.
Other people, I heard some people asking questions who are living on Cleary Street in Monrovia, who been here since October days, saying things that they don't know about Grand Julius County, but those are things that can happen when we're in a political era. So I'm not bothered about those things, but what I want to encourage Liberians and Nigerians is let this election go on peacefully, because without peace, we all cannot be happy. We cannot be able to predict tomorrow. The best we can do for ourselves is to remain peaceful, remain jovial about the election. Yes, you can push your point without being so serious to the point that you may harm other people. Let's avoid violence in this election. If you have an issue, let's discuss. Let's avoid hate speech. Bring our issue. Let our election be issue-based and not confrontation of individual or personality. It's not that going to help us. Let us do the best we can that we'll have a peaceful election comes October 10th. Whoever wins, that's the will of God. Of course, I'm certain the rescue team is going to take over. We're coming on board with a lot of experience.
If you don't win, what will you do?
We're going to do as one when we win.
If you don't win,
cooperate.
If you don't win, what will you do?
Who doesn't win?
You, as a senator.
If CDC doesn't win, what would
no, if you don't win as a senator, if you don't win as a senator.
I mean, what can I do? And that's the decision of the people, but I'm aware that the one I'm calling for crime.
Okay.
You who have something to lose, those who got things to lose will want to be fighting for them. But I know I'm going to win. I know the election is going to hopefully be peaceful. I know tension has been building, but I always told my followers, de-escalate the tension.
Okay.
Don't follow them. Even if they go on Facebook, today some of them was just talking to you guys, you're not talking back to us. No. The election is not on Facebook. Why should I be going to denigrate people? When I told them, even if you or let's say Danny Masai in a race, I don't have to be instructive to him.
Okay, that is good. Thank you.
I only say things that he has not accomplished to people, and they must see the reality. I'm not going to make a construct the things that are not realistic about him, and when people come to look around and they are not seeing those things.
I totally agree with you, Honorable. I totally agree with you, yeah.
This man is a liar. If I'm going to Grand Julius County, what did he accomplish? If I don't want to talk about it, I'm not going to say things that didn't accomplish. If I say things that didn't accomplish, in a negative form.
At least you're not like your stand-up bearer.
They're not your business. You are lying on of it. So, I mean, what they didn't do that is you are done. Definitely, I'm going to say those ones.
Okay, Honorable.
The many years that Nigerians have struggled to wait for a CDC, and what they think they have given, if it works, what we have, the many years the Nigerians have waited, I'm going to say those things. So I'm not going to be like, we are not getting, excuse me for saying, we are this, no. What this supposed to accomplish? What do we anticipate? What did they do? How did they do what was anticipated by Nigeria? And then compare that work with the work of the Manasali. Of course, I'm not going to say the rescue team because it's not rescue team. What Manasali did.
Okay, what did she do? What did she do?
We will get when I get to Nigeria.
Just give me one.
Today we have a university in Nigeria. Built for us.
She built a university.
Of course, the resources are made available to us.
Okay.
I mean, for the county, and that's under the supervision of the vice president and current standard bearer of the.
When was the university built?
We started from 2015.
When was it completed?
The completion you can't when it started. You asked me, I expect you to complete it.
When was it completed?
It completed in 2018.
In 2018.
Yes, and the school started in 2015. Just imagine.
When the
campus was created, even when we couldn't do that community.
When in 2018 was it completed? It was completed. Then it was completed under this government. Then.
Hey, my friend, how much you get? You put faster there. Oh, you don't want me to just get on the road?
Okay,
thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, all right. I understand. I understand. Thank you. It was wonderful talking to you.
For 2016 and 17, you completed a bidding and want to take glory for things you didn't do.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Grant.
Okay, Representative.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks to the ELBC family. It was a pleasure meeting with you. I'm grateful for this honor granted this evening. We will continue to work with you.
Okay.
As often as possible, let's keep the conversation going.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Honorable Alex Chesia. Grant is the representative of District Number 3 in Grangeda County. And he's been our guest this evening on Open Conversation. You've listened, we've listened, and that's how we keep it going on the conversation. We provide the platform, and those who want to be leaders in this country are given the opportunity to tell you why they should be your leaders, and it's up to you as we go to elections to make the decisions.
I would just say that it was a good time, but Representative Chester,
it's Chesia. Yes,
Representative Chesia Grant seemed not to be providing anything. You want to lead, and you're talking about strategies. So when do you provide strategies? When do you articulate the agenda of the rescue mission?
When they get to Grangeda.
So the people in Grangeda, so that only the rescue team will hear the platform. Mm-hmm. You need to say that we provided the platform for you to talk about the rescue agenda, and you just came here and you just beating around the bush and not telling us anything. But anyway, it was a good conversation, and we look forward to having him anytime soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. God willing, tomorrow we are hopeful that we can have it.
From the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together. I want. They say you're not there, we stand, the battle we fight. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. While you forget that, you from Lower Country, you from Maryland. While you from Rewa City, I'm about that way on your trip, I have up on the fine way. Nabila, Kriwako. I love Liberia, oh yeah. Freeland, I live till Liberia, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah. Play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was Raised in the slum, but I chill with my guns. Kept it on the low, but we fall for the bone. True son of the sun, I'm a prince in my own. Never gonna lie, me, I love LIB. Even though it's fall, when we show we can face it. It's not a prophecy, I know that we can rise again. Holding my hand, I holding your own. United, we stand, divided, we fall. So that's what they say when I come with ball. When I chillin' on that side, and I get no bro. I got L to the O to the V and the E. If we fighting together, we can conquer this team. From the east to the west, then waving the flag from the north to the side. Yeah, I'm joining the team. You go where you pella, you love my crown. Who kill it? Who got shown up?
I love Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Ah, oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Ah, oh yeah, yeah. Mama was born, yeah. Papa was born, yeah. They hold us together, the honey boy, yeah. Nabalike na koya baka na papa boy. Nabalike na koya baka na papa boy. Nabalike la boy na papa boy. Nabalike la